Hello, welcome everybody. Welcome, welcome, and a very special welcome to our new author, Nicole Elliott. Hi, Nicole.
Hi, Miriam. Thank you.
What an exciting day. It's book launch day.
Yes, very exciting.
So, would you please share with everybody the title of your book and show them the book?
Yes, absolutely. It is called Lucy and the Rascally Rabbit. So it's based on a true story. Lots of it is true, some of it is not, but
Uh,
Lucy and
it,
the
it,
Rascally Rabbit. So,
I love the title and what a fun story. Love the illustrations. We'll talk about all of that. But first of all, please share what inspired you to write this story.
well, I've had a desire and a dream of writing a children's book since I was in college. So when I was 19, I ordered, like this will date me, but I ordered a mail order class on how to write for young children and had it sent to my college. I never completed it though. I just kind of got busy and forgot about it until years later when I had my own children. And I spent so many hours reading to my kids. They were homeschooled for many years too, so we had lots of time to read. And those are some of my favorite memories, is just curled up on the couch with my kids. And so having read so much children's literature, I it kind of came back, oh, I could do that. So the dream
Yes.
was resurrected. So
Oh, well, I'm so glad. I'm so glad that it was because now we get to enjoy this beautiful book that you're putting out.
thank you.
Can you tell Nicole, everybody, what this book is about and who it's for?
Sure. So, Lucy and the Rascally Rabbit, like I mentioned, it's largely based on a true story. So, my daughter Lucy actually had a rabbit named Kiwi, and the rabbit was always getting into shenanigans. She brought a lot of humor to our family. So, she really did eat a math paper and chase the cat, which you will see in the book. So, our real experiences provided a great framework for the book. So, in the story, after lots of hard work, Lucy's dream of having a pet rabbit comes true, and she discovers that caring for Kiwi is more difficult than she thought it was going to be. So, the story follows her journey of facing challenges that come with owning a rascally rabbit and deepening her understanding of love. And it's written for children from preschool to grade 3, approximately.
Mm-hmm. I love knowing the background of the story now, having read it, and I like seeing at the front or one of the front pages a photo of your cat also, so I
Mhm.
can now put it all together.
Yeah,
Um, that's so nice to be able to bring in your own personal characters into your story.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. What is it that you hope that parents and kids will take away from this book?
My hope is that kids will see in Lucy a model of learning to overcome frustration and to persevere when things are hard, and see that things aren't going to be perfect. That's okay. And also that they would learn a bit about loving others well. So I know as a parent, when I found books that reinforced messages I was trying to teach at home, I was always so grateful for those books. It was like the stories were supporting me as a parent, but in an
Mhm.
entertaining and a fun way. So my hope is to provide a small piece of that for my readers as well.
Excellent, excellent. I really enjoyed the writing. There was one sentence I wish I would have highlighted it, but there's a sentence that reminded me of, it said something like, um, oh, not that it's hard to love somebody, but it's not always easy, like the things that
Yeah.
come with them. And it just reminded me of, just all the different personalities. We still love all of our kids, but they're all
Yes.
so different. And there are times that the rascally part will come out in a lot of us. So I
Yes.
I appreciated the writing, Nicole.
Thank you, Miriam. Yeah, I
Yeah.
felt like the same way because in a lot of ways it was mirroring sort of what it's like to be a parent, but Lucy's
Yes.
learning this as she's caring for her rabbit. So, yeah.
Yes, yeah, that was so good. Okay, well, friends, would you hold it up again, Nicole? I want
Yes,
to let everybody
absolutely.
know this book is available today on Amazon. So go there and look for Lucy and the Rascally Rabbit. You and your children or your grandchildren are going to enjoy these characters and enjoy the story. And then it's there in softcover, ebook, and hardcover format. Thank you. Thanks, Nicole.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, I want to ask you a little bit now about your journey into becoming a children's book author. So you've thought about this since college.
Mhm.
Um, there are always, when we do something new, always lessons and challenges. What would you say was the biggest challenge when writing this book?
Yeah, I would say the biggest challenge for me was learning a new way of writing. So I'd
Mhm.
been a writing teacher for several years. I taught my own kids to write when they were homeschooled. I'd done so much reading of children's literature that I thought it would be easy. But actually, it's a lot more nuanced than I understood at the beginning. Specifically, the skill of learning what to say with words, which words to choose, what to leave for kids to discover in the illustrations. That took me some time to develop. So that's where the editing process was so helpful in teaching me to pare it down and make every word count and leave space for readers to discover some of those details and the humor on their own
Mm.
in the illustrations, which, by the way, we've talked about already, but the illustrations that Lola created are hilarious. So, so pleased
Yes.
with that.
Yes. Well, I'm so glad you share that because I think a lot of people don't realize, right, that it is a different art to write for children's picture books than it is to write for kids who may be older or any other type of writing. So,
Yeah,
um, I'm glad, that was a little bit of a challenge, but you did so well with it. You did so well with that, and that shows in your book. What
thank
about
you.
lessons? What was the biggest lesson you learned throughout the publishing process?
Yeah, it's been a great process. So I would say the biggest lesson that I learned was that I need a lot of help. It's been a lot of fun to learn from other people and involve them in the process, from obviously editing the story to working with the illustrator, designing the book, marketing, etc., all the things. So it makes the end product infinitely better when you have a team to work with. So I'm very grateful for all the support I've received.
Yes. Okay, that's so good. Now, okay, let's talk about your illustrator because, like you said, we're both in love with these illustrations. Tell us her name and what was it like working with her?
It was an amazing, great time and process to work with her. Her name is Lola Noguer. She lives in Argentina. And I was connected with her through an illustrator agency that works with artists in Argentina. And she just was delightful. We went back and forth a little bit on character creation and design. And then I only had just a few suggestions in the beginning, and she kind of ran with it. And I was so pleased. There were only a few things that I said, hey, can we add this or can we change that? But for the most part, it was her creative genius that came up with all the great stuff. So,
Excellent, excellent.
yeah.
And it was great to read a little bit about her in her bio. You added her bio in the back.
Yeah.
So, what is the best part of accomplishing this dream now for you? You started in college, and here you are fulfilling that dream of being a children's book author.
Yeah, I would say obviously holding this first book, seeing it being read by children and in bookstores, hopefully soon will be a dream come true. But also,
Mhm.
I am hoping that this opens a door to more stories and books in the future, that this is the beginning of a new adventure. And it's just so fulfilling to have a dream and with intentionality and work, see it come to fruition.
Yes, that's so great. And what a beautiful example you're being for your children. I asked you a little bit before how old they are. They're a little bit older, but what is their take on mom being an author?
Oh, they're very excited for me. I think they're just excited to see me do something that I'm passionate about. So I know they're all like, yes, we're on your ambassador team. We want to support you, mom.
Oh,
So
that's good. That's
it's
so great.
great.
That's so
It's
good.
great. Yeah.
Okay, so now you're a children's published author. What advice do you have for an aspiring author who may be watching?
Hmm. I would say definitely pursue your dream. So a year or so ago, I was kind of in that space where I was trying to figure out, is this something I'm going to pursue? But I would encourage you to do it. Find some support and a team to show you the way, like Miriam's team. With the right direction and the right coaching, you can definitely do it. So being open to feedback from the right people is important, and just don't give up.
I love that. Great advice. Great advice. Well, thank you so much. So, friends, the best thing that we could do for a brand new author, support them by going to Amazon, purchase their book, and then leave them a review. Share this book with people in your lives. You're going to love Lucy and the Rascally Rabbit. Excuse me. And the children, of course, are going to love it also. So, go to Amazon, purchase her book. But then also, Nicole, where else can our viewers find you?
So my website is NicoleElliottAuthor.com, two T's in Elliott. That always trips people up. And then same thing, Instagram and Facebook, Nicole Elliott Author.
Excellent. Okay, good. Well, it's been such a pleasure speaking with you, Nicole. Congratulations. I'm so happy you did this, and I'm so glad we get to now enjoy this wonderful book. But before we go, I always like to ask, was there anything else you wish I would have asked you or anything that you want to share?
Hmm. I would say I know I struggled a little bit thinking that there were already so many children's books out there at different points in this journey. But if you have a story to share, you never know which child or even which adult your story will touch. Books can absolutely change lives, and writing is such a rewarding process. Learning from others along the way just makes it so much better. So I'm just extremely grateful for all the support I've received and for all my future readers. Thank you.
I love that you shared that. I think a lot of people struggle with that and stop themselves before ever continuing. But we need all of these books, and nobody's going to tell the story like you told it, Nicole. And
Yeah.
kids are going to gravitate to, to your story as long as we all write good books. And
Mhm.
I'm with you. I believe children's books can change the world. So thank you for sharing that, Nicole.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for being here, friends. Thank you for being here. Also, we'll see you soon. Thanks, Nicole.
Thank